Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chicagoland Speedway for the final race of the season. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we have some developing news for you guys here today. So we're not going to miss a beat, and we're going to jump right into the breaking news here today. Your championship points battle is as follow. We're going to take a look here at your current championship points, and this is how it all looks right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Alex Teft, he is on top with 2153 points. And Blair Holloman behind him by 11 points. Sean Dunaway back with 4140 points. Fourth is going to be Brandon Sanfilippo with 2134 points. And Andrew Teft back with 2133 points. But this is the big news here, ladies and gentlemen. I am looking at my scoring tower, and Blair Holloman has not registered for this race, and time is ticking away for him to come on out and get this race underway. So with that implication that he is not going to be here today, there is only one thing that Alex Teft needs to do to secure the championship. All he has to do is finish 7th or better, no matter what Sean Dunaway does today. However, if Alex Teft ends up having a really, really bad day, finishing, say 9th or worse, and Sean Dunaway winning, getting all the bonus points, everything else like that, that could be the only way Sean has in securing his third championship in a row. However, Alex Teft, he is currently looking for his first championship here in Racers Elite. Let me just double check actually all my information here. Yeah, Alex Teft, he is looking for his first championship here in Racers Elite. Sean Dunaway, he is looking for his third Truck Series championship. And let me tell you what, tonight is going to be absolute crazy with everything on the line here tonight. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some drivers that are on track right now. We're going to head and take a look here at the one, the only Andrew Teft. Currently sitting 15th as he comes across the line to finish his second lap here. And he's going to put down a lap time of 30.837 with Brandon Sanfilippo hitting a 30.740. So as of right now, one driver is waiting to take to the track, and that is Terry Fennell in the number 50 machine, just waiting for him to come on out, run his qualifying lap. But yeah, things are going to be very, very interesting. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now gridding to begin today's race. As you see the trucks lining up there on pit road, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup for today's race. Starting on the pole in that number 12 machine is going to be Brandon Sanfilippo. To his outside is going to be Sean Dunaway. Inside row number 2, you got the 86 of Kyle Hess. To his outside, it's going to be Kirby Wainscott. Why are we not working? Andrew Teft in the number 98 machine. He's going to be... Something is not working here, but Curtis Ecker will be on the inside. Row number 4, Dennis Kane to his outside. Row number 5, you got Chris Gotzel and Rowan Lloyd in the number 61 machine. Inside row number 6, you got Troy Thomas. I don't know why all this is turned on. Forgive me, guys. Troy Thomas, Alex Gates makes up row number 6. Row number 7, Alex Teft. And Philip Archibald will be row 7. Row number 8, you got Aaron Roth and Barry Nelson, 15th and 16th. And that's going to be your starting lineup for today's race. And the green flag is out here for the final time for this season as these drivers get underway as they head down into turn number 1 and 2 and out of turns 1 and 2. Sorry, guys, I'm a little interested in what's going on here, but completing lap number 1, trouble already on the front straightaway. Looks like that's going to be 707 of Chris Gotzel and the 77 of Alex Gates. Both of these drivers involved here on the front straightaway at the end of lap number 1 with, I believe it was Chris Gotzel. He got some major air on the exit after he got turned into the outside wall. Let's go back, let's take a look and see what happened. Easy does it for them out of turn number 4. You see that 61 of Rowan Lloyd down there at the inside. I'm sorry, in the middle there with Chris Gotzel on the inside complete. And let's see, it looks like Lloyd got a little bit loose. The 707, it looks like, yeah, they just kind of met down in the middle, and that brought Chris Gotzel right in front of the 77. And look at that Toyota just absolutely go airborne. Let's ride on board here with Chris Gotzel. Man, just look at that car just absolutely take off. Alright guys, give me 1 second, because all of a sudden my SDK file is not wanting to work correctly, as you guys can see. close it out, relaunch it. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's all working. Oh, that was really weird. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, lights are off on the iRacing.com pace truck. That means we're going to get ready to do it all over again here at Chicagoland. Alrighty. Brandon Sanfilippo, Sean Dunaway brings the field back to the green flag. Brandon Sanfilippo gets a really good jump there as they head down into turn number 1 here. As you see, Kyle Hess working on the inside of Sean Dunaway there in the 0-1 machine for that second position. And Andrew Teft back in that 98 machine getting swallowed up 3 wide heading into turn number 3. Here comes that 99 of Philip Archibald taking over that 4th spot. Curtis Ecker, he's looking to take over the 5th spot from Andrew Teft. And that's going to throw Andrew back into that 6th position. But up front, we've got a battle for the race lead. Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 machine. He is going to get out front, and he's going to lead this race. But Brandon Sanfilippo is now looking back on the inside, and he's trying to keep Sean Dunaway at bay, but so far it's just not working. Keeping track, Alex Teft in that number 43 is currently back in that 11th position. And I believe as of right now, how everything would stand right now, I believe Sean Dunaway, he would walk away with the championship at this moment. But we are still only on lap 7 of 105. So let's see what these drivers can do here. So you guys got to keep an eye on that orange truck back in the back. Watch his progress through the field. Kyle Hess in that 86 machine. He's starting to have issues blinking there, as they are now 3 wide for that 3rd position. Sean Dunaway gets a bonus point for leading a lap as they complete lap number 7. And now the 86 of Kyle Hess, he's going to go ahead and drop back to the back. But now Philip Archibald and Andrew Teft will run it side by side out of turn number 3 down the back straightaway. A little bit of contact behind them between Kirby Wainscott and Aaron Roth, I believe that was. Oh no, Archibald into the outside wall. That's going to hurt his momentum a little bit. And look at Andrew Teft just drift through the apron here at Chicagoland. Andrew, this is not a draft or a drifting contest, as he's trying to keep that number 98 machine under his feet, as he will go ahead and secure himself right now in that 4th position, as we got one truck hitting that outside wall. Now he's falling back. That's going to be Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine. Truth Hoke, he's working on the outside of Dennis Kane now in that number 4 machine. And here comes Truth Hoke. He's looking to knock into the top 5, up to 6 so far, after dropping back couple positions at the very start of this race. But as of right now, he is holding strong. righty. As we complete lap number 12, coming into complete lap number 13 this next time by. Right now, Sean Dunaway is currently out front. Brandon Sanfilippo sitting comfortably right there in that second position. But Truth Hook into the outside wall, and that's going to allow Dennis Kane in that Ford machine to continue to make his march on the inside. But that's not really slowing Truth Hook down as of much. But still, they're going to battle it out there for that 6th position. What was it? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, taking a look here. Sorry, I was doing some mathematics in my head. As of right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am having a little bit of fun with this, but as they run right now, Sean Dunaway would hold the championship with 2188 points at the moment, with Alex Steff sitting back in that 11th spot with 2186 points. So this is still a very close battle here. So this is definitely something that we're going to keep our eyes on, especially as we approach the halfway point of about lap 55. Around then, I will give an update on points. But right now, Sean Dunaway leads this field with 1 point. And leads the most leads the most laps at this moment. So right now, Sean Dunaway's race for his 3rd championship is very, very strong so far here today, as they make their way out of turn number 2 down this. Well, technically, they're not even out of turn 2 because the back straightaway is curved. So you are practically turning this whole entire race course, this entire 1.5 mile track. But let me tell you what, this race is getting very interesting here. It kind of races very similar to how we were racing over at Auto Club. As you see Andrew Teff kind of lift up the track and cause the 55 of Truth Hook to get into the outside wall. But right now they are doing, they're now keeping themselves at bay. But here comes Curtis Ecker. He's looking to get into that 5th position. And here comes Rowan Lloyd in that number 61 machine. He's knocking on the door of your top 5 as well. You know, Rowan Lloyd, he did not have quite the season that he was hoping to here in the Fixed Truck Series for Racers Elite, as he had a very good, strong opening part of the season. But as this season went on, he kind of just fell back a little bit through the field. And, you know, he's still trying to get, finish out with this season strong. So Rowan Lloyd right now sitting 6th, looking to get in to the front top 5 here. But as of right now, he's got a lot on his hands, especially from that number 4 of Dennis Kane behind him as they make their way out of turn number 2. Want to go catch up with Alex Teft, currently now back in that 12th position. He is kind of probably just biding his time right now. He knows that there's still plenty of time left here today. So right now, he's just hanging back out here in that 12th position, but he needs to get into at least the top 7 in order for him to win the championship, even if Sean were to win today. Here comes the Nitro Cowboy himself, Troy Thomas, in that number 88 machine. He's looking up the inside of Dennis Kane for that 8th position. But here comes Alex Gates in the 77. He's looking to make a run here on both of these drivers as he's going to go down the track. Yeah, he's going to make it 3 wide here in the tri-oval. Not able to make anything of it, so he's going to fall back behind Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine, as you see the number 10 of Kirby Wainscott working the outside. Still side by side racing back here for that 9th position. Still not able to do too much with it. Dennis Kane, he will retain that 8th position for the moment, as Kirby Wainscott, he's going to make his way around the outside of Troy Thomas to take over that 9th position. And here comes Alex Gates. He's looking to turn around his day after getting that 707 machine airborne earlier on this race. So he's still looking to bounce back here as well. Dennis Kane Dennis Kane now on the attack from Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine on the exit of turn number 2. Now you see them now duking it out side by side, heading down here in turn number 3. Dennis Kane on the outside, holding off the number 10 of Kirby Wainscott for the moment, as they make their way back down the front straightaway. It's still going to be Kirby Wainscott. I'm sorry, make that Dennis Kane out front with the draft help there from Alex Gates in that 77. He actually ended up pushing Dennis Kane out in front of Kirby. So Kirby's now going to drop back, and he's going to fall back in front of that 77. And now here comes Alex Gates. He's looking on the inside of Troy Thomas. Careful not to get too high there. Don't take yourself out, Alex. Here we go. Right now, decent battle back here between Dennis Kane and Troy Thomas. Dennis Kane starting to drift back a little bit as Alex Teft gets by him as well for that 11th spot. So Dennis Kane, he's falling back. And Alex Teft, he's now making a run on the inside of Troy Thomas in the 88. Trying to make something happen there, but so far to no avail for him, as he's kind of stalled out here just a little bit. Alrighty, everything has fallen back down here. Catching up back here with Kyle Hess, Terry Fennell, and Chris Gotzel back here in 13th, 14th, and 15th. Just hanging out, having a good old time. Aaron Roth in that 57 truck. As we saw him get into the wall early on here today. And Barry Nelson's not having the best night as of yet. He's been struggling with that number 96 Chevrolet all season long. Not able to get that truck to do what it needs to do to be a contender out front. Curtis Ecker back here in that number 8 machine. He is right behind Truth Hope for that 6th position, as they're starting to get company from Kirby Wainscott and Alex Gates behind them. And directly in front of Truth Hope is Andrew Teft in that 5th spot. As you see, Rowan Lloyd, he's starting to move his way up through the field as he's working on the inside of Philip Archibald in that number 99. Really no big advancement there out of turn number 4 as of yet, but he is inching closer and closer to the back bumper of Archibald. And here he comes now up against that outside wall. He's taking that Kyle Larson line around Chicagoland. Not able to, no, he actually closed in quite a bit there. He is there at his back bumper, so he's going to stay in the wall. That's going to slow him down and open up the door for Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine. So Andrew Teft now on the inside of Rowan Lloyd coming through the tri-oval. Rowan Lloyd once again into that outside wall. He's going to fall victim to Andrew Teft. And that's going to put Lloyd back in that 5th position. But let's jump back here just a little bit to Alex Gates in that 77. He's now trying to work on the inside of Wayne Scott. But he's having a hard time getting that good run out of the corner, but directly in front of them. Curtis Ecker, he's working on the inside of Truth Hoke for that 6th position. Alrighty, as we are looking at Alex Gates now still trying to work his way around the number 10. Just not able to get there. But now, look here, Andrew Teft, he's found a new set of light in that race truck, because now he's gone back around Rowan Lloyd, as we saw earlier, and now he's on the attack of that number 99, Philip Archibald, for that 3rd position. As he moves up the track, cranks it back down, Archibald goes down to hold him in his dirty air. And that's definitely going to take the front downforce away from Andrew Teft into these corners. But Andrew Teft, he's going to try everything to make a move here on Archibald. Archibald, he's going to stay down low. He's going to get the draft from Lloyd as they head down here into turn number 3. And now Andrew Teft, he's going to look to the outside on the exit of turn number 4. Here he comes. Here comes the 99 of Philip Archibald down pit road. But Sean Dunaway, Brandon Sanfilippo, Dennis Kane, and Kyle Hess all come down pit road on lap number 37. This all is planned pit stops. We are looking at just about possibly 3 pit stops here today. But we might have a couple drivers see how far they might be able to stretch it. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it all in just 2 stops here today. But right now, Sean Dunaway, Brandon Sanfilippo down on pit road, getting 4 tires and Sunoco race fuel. Sean Dunaway is away. There goes Brandon Sanfilippo. And here comes the rest of the field. Andrew Teft, he's going to take a point for leading the most laps here, or for leading a lap here today. But right now, Truth Hoke is right there on his back bumper. As we have more drivers coming down pit road. Hold on to it, boys. And look at Alex Gates get in front of Andrew Teft coming down pit road. That was absolutely picture perfect. It may be only by a nose, but you know what? It is better than a full truck length behind him. So the 77 there, he will get a good pit stop in. And he might be able to come out in front of Andrew Teft. Let's see what these lap times or these pit stop times are as they make their way down and out of pit road. Yeah, he's going to get a big advantage over Andrew Teft. And Truth Hoke, he was able to jump over Andrew as well. Now the rest of your race leaders are coming on down pit road now. Kirby Wainscott in pit road. Chris Gotzel, he's down on pit road, the 43. Alex Teft, he's in as well, along with, it looks like Barry Nelson. Oh, Barry Nelson with the fastest lap of the day. Sorry, I'm sorry, that must have been Chris Gotzel still down here in pit road. But after it all cycles through, Sean Dunaway, he's back out front by 1.7 seconds over Brandon Sanfilippo. Philip Archibald in that number 99 machine still holding strong in that third spot. But he's got Curtis Ecker and Dennis Kane still in his tire tracks on the exit of turn number 4. And the 99 had to lift there as he got extremely sideways coming out of 4. Good quick hands by Philip Archibald to keep that truck under his butt as they make their way now through turns 1 and 2. Rowan Lloyd working the outside of Kyle Hess now for that 6th position, as he will go ahead and take over that spot. Andrew Teft had a bad pit stop. He cycled through back here to that 12th position with his brother in that number 43 of Alex Teft. So these guys are currently sitting 11th and 12th respectively. But when Andrew Teft came down pit road when the cycle began, he was running 4th and 5th. So him being all the way back here in 12th, he had a very bad pit stop. Yeah, as I'm looking here, his pit stop time was a 15:07. So yeah, so he lost a lot of time on pit road. Oh, 3 wide in front of him. Kyle Hess, Alex Gates, and Truth Hoke all going 3 wide on entry to turn 1. They're going to get themselves sorted out. Truth Hoke will be the top dog coming out, as he will make their way back into turn number 3. Rowan Lloyd still holding strong to that 6th position, but he's got a whole hungry pack of dogs behind him as they are starting to duke it out here for positions on these fresh set of tires. Kirby Wainscott still working on the inside of Alex Gates, but just not able to get their Hess into the wall on the back straightaway. Here comes Kirby Wainscott, still working on the inside of Alex Gates, and Barry Nelson in that number 96 machine. He just had a, oh, my bad. He just got a meatball. Let's find out, see what happened to him under these very strange circumstances. Alrighty, so it looked like on the exit of turn number 4, stay with me here, guys. Yeah, so we see him get loose right there. And then coming here through turns 3 and 4. Gets into the outside wall, and he just loses it, pounds the outside wall. Very unfortunate there for that number 96 machine. But back out front, Sean Dunaway, 2.4 seconds and gaining those times away from Brandon Sanfilippo in that number 12 machine. Right now, Sean is doing everything right to clinch his 3rd championship here today, as we are quickly approaching lap number 47, or I'm sorry, 48, as he crosses the start-finish line here. Andrew Teft in the 98, he's back down on pit road. He's looking to try something a little different this pit cycle. I think he decided he's going to go ahead and get his last pit stop done early, so that when he does come down pit road, it's going to be a more of a in and out kind of deal for Andrew Teft. Alex Teft still sitting back in that 10th position in that number 43 truck. And as I said, I'll give you guys an update about lap 50. And, well, that number really hasn't changed. But right now, they're going to be separated by 1 point, with Sean Dunaway taking home the championship at this moment. So as they run here to finish lap 50, Alex Teft will lose the championship to Sean Dunaway by 1 single point here today. Right now, I believe earlier we saw, I think it was Truth Hope with the fastest lap. Yeah, Truth Hope with a 30.93. Alex Gates and Rowan Lloyd both get into the outside wall. Big squeeze. They were able to manage it, and that's going to move Alex Teft up into that 8th position. Kirby Wainscott now on his checklist. If he can get around that number 10, then right now he will secure the championship. If my calculations are correct, right now as they run, they are currently tied in the championship, but the tiebreaker would go. Let me make sure I tell you the correct information, but I believe the tiebreaker would, yeah. So the tiebreaker would go to Alex based off of wins. Believe it or not, Sean Dunaway has not seen victory lane yet this season. So Sean Dunaway, he's going to do everything he can to take home the race win here today. Because winning a championship without a race win, well, that shows how consistent you can be. But at the same time, you won a championship without winning. So that can make you feel a little bit either way, depending on how you want to look at it. But laps are ticking by. 50 laps to go next time by. Laps are quickly counting down for these drivers as Sean Dunaway continues to lead this field. But right now, Alex Teft trying to track down Truth Hoke and Kirby Wainscott here to get into the top 6. If he can get 6, then he's absolutely secured the championship. So all he has to do is pass those 2 teammates in front of him. And I've already talked to these guys. They're not going to give it to Alex very easily. Oh, Alex is in the wall. That's definitely going to hurt his momentum. But here he comes. He's going to try to make his way back around the outside of Kirby Wainscott. And this would put Alex Teft into the championship position. But he's also got the Nitrous Cowboy in the 88 behind him as well. Kirby Wainscott almost self-clearing himself in front of Alex Teft. That could have been really bad for him. As they make their way, oh, contact! Kirby Wainscott saves it into turn number 1. That could have been absolutely disastrous for that 43 machine of Alex Teft. But right now, Alex Teft in that 7th position would bring home the championship if my calculations are correct. as they run right now. Alex Teft, he has the championship by 2 points from Sean Dunaway. Make that 3 points now as he just made his way into the top 6. And now Alex Teft definitely going to be sitting comfortably. But here comes that 55, Truth Hoke, trying to work that outside lane. Truth Hoke gets hard into the outside wall. That's going to secure the pass for Alex Teft. And now Teft, he's going to be comfortable in that 6th position. Now your current championship, as we have 45 laps to go this time. Right now, Sean Dunaway still out front by 2.7 seconds. And unfortunately, this will not clear him the championship here today. So this is definitely something these guys are going to have to keep our eyes on as this race moves on. Now Alex Teft once again up into that 5th position. And we are starting to quickly start approaching our next round of pit stops, as our first set of drivers came down back on 36. So yeah, so right about lap 72-ish. So here within the next 10 laps, these guys are able to almost make it the rest of the way here. So they definitely want to wait before they come in to see how far they can go. So right now, Andrew Teft in that number 16 machine, he is slowly starting to make his way back through the field with those fresh tires, but he is currently sitting 1 lap down. Oh, big wobble out of Dennis Kane, and what a save! Don't come back up! Woo, good heads-up driving by the Nitro Cowboy. What a save out of that number 4 machine of Dennis Kane. That was absolutely wild. Everything has somewhat settled down here for the moment. Going to fall back a little bit here to Rowan Lloyd. He's trying to work on the outside of Kirby Wainscott, but he's just not able to get there as of yet. Alex Gates work on the inside of Truth Hoke. Here comes Wainscott making the pass on Truth Hoke on the inside. He's going to get the job done on the exit of turn number 2. He's going to slide up right in front of that 55 machine. And here comes Rowan Lloyd looking on the inside of Truth Hoke. Truth Hoke getting into the outside wall once again. That doesn't do Truth any good, getting into that outside wall, as he's going to fall back to the 11th position now. As we catch back up here with Alex Teft, who's managed to get himself into that 4th position. We do have one truck out of this race, and it is going to be Barry Nelson in that number 96 machine. He loaded his truck up onto his hauler back on lap 44 after major contact with the outside wall. Jumping back here to this battle back here for roughly that 7th position, as they are chasing the Nitrous Cowboy, Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine. You know, these guys are duking it out to see who can go up there and battle him. But as these guys are battling, The 88 is slowly starting to pull away from these guys. Alex Gates using the entire apron to try to make a run here on the 99 of Archibald. Not able to do it, but here comes Wayne Scott now working on the inside of Archibald, as Alex Gates was clear for a moment, but that outside momentum for Archibald brought him right back to the side bumper, and the 10 of Wayne Scott was just pushing Gates out in front of Archibald, and he will take over that 6th position. And now the 10 of Kirby Wayne Scott, he's going to have to reset himself, and now it's his turn to try to make a run on the 99. Right now, all these trucks using that outside lane for momentum out of these corners. And for the most part, it is working for some of these drivers. But unfortunately for some, as Truth Hoke, it hasn't worked out very well for him, as he's fallen back through the field just a little bit here, as things are getting tight still back here. Oh, looked like the 99 got a little bit sideways off the bumper of that number 10 machine. Truth Hope getting that dirty air from the number 4 of Dennis Kane, slipped him up the track. Sean Dunaway's down on pit road for his pit stop. And here comes Brandon Sanfilippo, Curtis Ecker, Alex Teft. He's going to lead one lap. This is where all the time matters, as we are coming down with just about 35 laps remaining in this race. These drivers can go just about 35 laps on a tank of fuel. I feel this might come down to a fuel strategy mileage game. 34 laps to go here for the number 43 of Alex Teft. This is a big change here in the point standings. Alex Teft in the 43 machine. This last pit stop for him has got to be absolutely perfect. He cannot speed on pit road, so he's got to do this right. .43 is still going to stay out this time by. Alex Gates, Truth Hope, they're down on pit road getting service on their machines. So far, everybody's minded their P's and Q's. Alrighty, here comes that 43 machine down on pit road. A little bit of a slide. He's going to woe it up. It looks like he's going to be able to get down to the speed limit. As Kirby Wayne Scott, he will take over the race lead and lead a lap here at Chicagoland. Kirby Wayne Scott's going to be the last driver that needs to come down pit road. And here he comes. It looks like this time by, he's going to slow it down, get onto the apron. And that's going to turn your race lead back over to Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 machine. Andrew Teft, he was able to flip it, and he's going to be up in that 3rd position. But he's still got to come down for one final pit stop. So I don't know how well this is going to really work out here for Andrew Teft. But right now, Alex Gates in that number 43 machine, still in that 10th position. So he's going to have to start to slowly make his way back up through the field as we see Kirby Wainscott come down pit road. That's going to put Alex back into ninth. Alrighty, and as it sits right now, Alex Teft currently in ninth position. He has led one lap. He has beat Sean Dunaway by 1 point. Now he is in eighth. He will beat him by 2 points at this moment. So now Alex, he is sitting comfortably. Well, not really comfortable, but he is sitting out with a 2-point lead now. As we take a look here at Andrew Teft, he is beginning to fade on those older tires. Remember, Andrew Teft pitted way earlier than everybody else, and Andrew Teft still has to make that final pit stop as they make their way around this speedway. Currently, still out front, it's going to be Sean Dunaway, as Alex Teft is still trying to find a way to catch up and continue to secure his championship victory here today, as these drivers are taking it lap by lap. As we continue to watch Andrew Teft struggle in that number 98 machine, he's starting to fall back more. But here comes Alex Teft now up into that fifth position as Andrew kind of stacks up that outside lane, giving it to that number 43 machine. Andrew Teft in that number 98 finally down on pit road for his final pit stop, as we have just 23 laps to go here at Chicagoland. The plan for Andrew Teft to backfired on him here, as he was hoping to get an early jump on the field, and unfortunately that's going to bring him all the way back to that 16th position. Truth Hoke now in that number 55 machine. He's looking to make some moves on Philip Archibald. He's going to make it work on the middle side of the track, and now he's going to try to get it on the inside of Kyle Hess, but not able to get it. Archibald starting to fade in that number 99 machine. Truth Hoke now getting around Kyle Hess in that number 86 machine, as he puts his focus on that number 61 of Rowan Lloyd. Truth Hoke looking to finish out the season strong with possibly a top 5 finish. Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 machine has secured the most laps led here today at Chicagoland. Nobody can get past that number. But if Sean Dunaway wants to be able to sweep bonus points, he's got to get that fastest lap in. And right now, he's got to beat a 40 points. 40.23, and that's out of that number 99 of Philip Archibald. No, I'm sorry. Ignore me. .9390 for Kyle Hess. Yeah, so he's got to pretty much get a 30.89 in order to take over that fastest lap, but it's going to be very interesting to see if that is something he can do, as his fastest was only a 31.80, I'm sorry, 08. Rowan Lloyd getting into the outside wall again. That's going to put him behind the 77 of Alex Gates as we catch up here with Alex Teft in the number 43. Again, he's moved up 8 positions since we've gone green flag racing. So right now, obviously, he's got the... there he goes. The 43 now up to that 4th positions here with just 17 laps to go. That number 43 absolutely looking very strong here today. Let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to end out the season for these guys as we're quickly approaching 13 laps to go. Hey guys, give me just one moment here. Alrighty, 10 laps to go here for Sean Dunaway in that 01 Hello Kitty Chevrolet. He is leading the field by just about 8 seconds over Brandon Sanfilippo in that number 12 machine. But unfortunately, even with this win, this will not clinch the championship for Sean Dunaway, as Alex Teft has moved up into that third position, absolutely taking home the championship with this finish. 9 laps to go now for Sean Dunaway. Man, oh man, what a season it has been. Sean Dunaway, not a single win yet this season. Looking very strong here at Chicagoland. Looking for his first win of the season. This will move him up into second in the point standings and making it so that he falls just short of the championship. And Alex Teft, he's actually starting to begin to knock on the back bumper of that second position. Six laps to go. Ruth Hoke in that number 55 heading down pit road to top off on fuel, and he got caught speeding on pit road. Not the way that number 55 wanted to end his race day. As of now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 laps to go for Sean Dunaway. If the checkered flag were to fly right now, Alex Teft would win the championship by 7 points over Sean Dunaway. 2 to go this time for Sean Dunaway in that 01 Hello Kitty machine here at Chicagoland. Regardless of not winning the championship this season, this is a way to end out the season after having a strong season, after having back-to-back championships. Out of turn number 4, Sean will see the white flag this time by. One more lap here for Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 Hello Kitty Chevrolet as he makes his way through turns 1 and 2 and now down this curved back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, out of turn number 4, your race winner is going to be Sean Dunaway. He's going to bring home the race win here at Chicagoland out of turn number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your first time Truck Series winner is going to go to that number 43 of Alex Theft. Alex Theft, he is going to be your season 11 champion. What a absolute season for Alex Theft in that number 43 Racer Elite Toyota. My, oh my, what a race, what a season. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one happy driver on our hands. Your season 11 champion is going to be that number 43 of Alex Theft. Let me tell you what, this is a very, very long time coming. We are going to allow Alex Theft to enjoy this victory. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look here at your final race results. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner leading the most laps. I don't think he had the fastest lap. I'll have to come back and double check that, but he will come home second in the point standings. Brandon Sanfilippo, he was your points or your pole serve for today's race. We only had one caution here today at Chicagoland. We ran a total of 105 laps. Coming home second was your pole sitter, Brandon Sanfilippo. Your champion, Alex Theft, will bring it home third. Fourth goes to Dennis Kane. Kirby Wainscott will round out your top 5. Kyle Hess, Alex Gates, Troy Thomas, Rowan Lloyd, Curtis Ecker will round out your top 10. Philip Archibald will come home 11th. Chris Gotzel, Terry Fennell, Andrew Theft, Aaron Roth, he will round out your top 15. Rounding out your field today, it's going to be Truth Hoke and Barry Nelson. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, I think it's time that we go talk with our race winners and our champion. And I see a lot of celebration going down right now with Alex Teft and his company. So we're going to wait for just a few more moments before we actually go talk to him. But we're going to go ahead and catch up with Brandon Sanfilippo, who finished out second here today. Go back here just. Oh, give me 1 second here. I think Discord just crashed on me, guys. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We finally caught up with your second place finisher of the day, Brandon Sanfilippo. Brandon, it's Mike up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, my man. What a strong day for you in that number 12 machine. Started on the pole, and well, Sean got around you early on, and he didn't look back from there. But man, was that number 12 wicked fast today? Tell me how fast that machine was.
Yeah, it was good. Just approaching the turns, I thought I was doing all right in that first run. I guess the draft really kept me closer to Sean, and I could feel him pulling away a little bit. So I tried to adjust, slow it down the entry a little bit on my second run. But man, Sean just man, he had it going on tonight. His turns were perfect. So he took off at that point, and then of course that caution kind of put us in a weird, well, right on the edge of fuel. So and then that last run, I had to save a little bit of fuel. And my overlay I use that tells me how many laps I am to the good. It was off by about a half a lap less, so I was saving more than I actually had to, and I didn't realize until the end of the race. But not a big difference. I was just glad I could save enough and pace myself to hold off Alex there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and overall, walk me through your season and what does this do for you heading into season 12?
Ends me on a good note. Some good momentum. My pits were fine, no penalties. I feel like this whole season I've had this series and Thursday just a lot of speeding penalties in pits, crossing, changing lanes before start finish when I'm leading the race of all time. So just self-inflicted wounds. So it's good to have a solid long green flag run race, multiple pit stops, everything went smooth and pull out a podium. So I'm going to take that into season 12 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I am looking at your stats here for this season. Um you didn't get any wins on the season. However, you had 9 top 5s and 10 top 10 finishes of the season. And if you ask me, that's one hell of a season, and coming home third in the championship, you can't be disappointed in that.
Yeah, definitely not disappointed. Consistency is the name of the game. It's been proven in races really, you don't necessarily have to win the races, just as long as you're consistent, you're going to be up there with a good shot. So hopefully the goal is to win some races though. So looking forward to trying to do that season 12.
Absolutely. And Brandon, before I let you go here today, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Mike, definitely you for just being our consistent producer in this league. Appreciate your broadcast. I like going back and watching those. All the drivers out there tonight. My teammate Alex Gates, a little trouble early on, but he did good, pretty good battling back. I think a top 10 somewhere around there. And then Andrew for doing everything in the league behind the scenes. Alex for winning season 11. Awesome job there. I think he had like three or four wins. He just dominated this season. And of course, all my fans, everybody who supports me, who watches, my parents, Mike and Peggy, the Carosa family. I know they got a watch party going on. To shout out to you guys tonight. Um, my fiance Lindsay, brother Mike, cousin John, Aunt Frostine, Shoe Flow family, Mr. Pangborn, any other cousins who are watching, you name it. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in.
Wow. Okay. That was a lot of people. I think you are now the top person with the most shout outs in a interview. But Brandon, man, congratulations on your runner up finish today here at Chicagoland, and congratulations on your third place finish in the championship. And we look forward to seeing you in season 12.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the number 12 machine of Brandon Sanfilippo coming home second. Let's go ahead and bring up your race winner, your runner up in the championship. And let me tell you what, Sean, don't let you not get in the championship bring you down today, because let me tell you what, this season was one hell of a season. You come off back to back championships and you come home second this season. So, hey, I mean, you had a really good season still. First off, congratulations on the race win. Congratulations on second in the points. And Sean, how fast was that Hello Kitty machine today?
Yeah, man. It was really fast tonight. uh, thought to myself, hey, I should probably get the lead pretty early on here to get that clean air. I really think helped in that first run. As you saw, like I gained probably about like a 2 second gap to San Filippo there in that first stint. And then getting out of the pits, I think, was another big ordeal there. That first pit stop, both San Filippo and I went in at the same lap. It was sketchy, but yeah, getting into that or getting out of the pits was very important. Like trying to lay down the throttle as fast as you could out of that turn one and two, the inner pit exit there. I thought that that probably was a big deal. Once I kind of got that gap, I was actually able to kind of um, pace myself for sure. So, during those runs, I didn't necessarily have to push the car. I just focused on getting to the white line. Um, I could lift a lot, so I could save plenty of fuel. I didn't have to burn the tires, and because I had all that advantage, definitely was able to get a good lead on San Filippo there. Take home the P1 tonight. Unfortunately, not the championship. Um, Fun fact: this is, I guess, my only win of this season for the trucks,
Yes.
but it was a um, consistent season. Um, Not as consistent as the last ones, unfortunately. A lot more like P8s, P11s than I wanted. I missed a race, and so yeah, could have probably. The competition in the beginning was actually very tough. I remember, especially with like the tracks that we had, and in the trucks, even tonight, like a lot of them are very draft heavy, and we actually got, I feel like, a lot more cautions this season than we did in all the other seasons. So take tonight for example, where we only had one caution and I could get those long runs. That's where I definitely shine the most. But yeah, overall, really fun season. Had plenty of competition. Unfortunately, Blair couldn't be here tonight. That would have made it a lot more fun. But hey, we'll take the PT.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to ask you about the rest of your season, but you already hit all that off for me. And uh, well, from this point on, what kind of momentum will this do for you heading into season 11? And my ultimate question is how much harder are you going to work next season to get that third championship?
I don't know how much harder I need to work per se. I think it's really going to depend on the competition. Alex, showed a lot of great stuff this season. He won tons of races, so congrats to him on winning this season. Super fast out there. Blair is always a big competitor. Andrew's usually the bigger competitor. I'll have to rub it in his face later. He didn't show up as hard as we thought he was going to this season. Um, but that there's plenty of competition next year, so hopefully these kind of tracks where I get my long runs and get to pace myself. Hopefully we get some of that next season.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully. And before we let you go for this season, Sean, do you have any final shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, my mom and stepdad for always watching. Rest in peace to my cat Beef. And yeah, we'll move forward from here.
Yes, sir. Sean, congratulations on your race win today, and a big, huge congratulations on your runner-up finish in the championship. We'll see you in season 12.
All right, see ya.
The ladies and gentlemen, that was Sean Dunaway, driver that 01 Hello Kitty machine, and now it is the moment everyone has been waiting for. I know I'm excited to talk to this guy. I know this guy is excited to start talking. And let's not wait any longer here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and bring up your season 11 champion, the one, the only, Alex Teft. Alex, my man, what a season.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. Uh, feels good to finally get one of these championships. Been, you know, trying real hard in these leagues for a while and come up short quite a few times, but yeah, just finally managed to win enough races and stayed out of enough trouble and got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that I've talked to you early on in this season, and you're talking about how you've always either come up short, you just have a crap season, and you actually came in with very high hopes this season, and you're coming home with the championship with 4 wins on the season, 10 top 10 finishes. Just overall, man, how was your season for you, and what does this championship, really mean to you?
Definitely means quite a bit. You got to be really consistent and pretty damn good to win one of these championships. There's a lot of good drivers in here that you know, won quite a few. People like Blair or my brother or Sean. A bunch of good drivers. So it's you know means quite a bit to beat people like them. So yeah, and just throughout the season, I just definitely came in a lot more confident, especially you know being able to just run up front and win the races. And I know I've gone into the chase before, first or second seed, and have just immediately been knocked out by having like a really crappy first race, finishing almost last, and then your hopes pretty much done from there. So uh, yeah, then being able to come in, and I think I've won 2 and maybe finished top 3 in all of the chase races. So worked out really well, and yeah, took it home.
Absolutely. I know early on in the race, you're running outside the top 7, and I believe I came in and I told you that, you got to finish higher than 7th in order to clinch the championship. About halfway, you're hanging right around the 9th spot. What was going through your mind then? Were you worried, or was that just part of your game plan?
I wasn't too worried. I knew I had speed. It was actually a bit more tough to pass than I thought it would be. I figured, 2/3 the way through the run, I'd be able to make more moves in the bottom and be able to pass cars. But it was it's raced almost kind of like Auto Club, where the high line you could just really build a train up there and just keep people on the bottom pinned down, and it's just you couldn't make that pass in the bottom very easily. So I think if maybe if it was daytime and the track was a lot hotter, maybe be a little bit more tire wear, and people on the high side would kind of spin the tires a bit more and slide up, and that you know bottom line saving would be a bit more successful. But yeah, like I said, I definitely thought I had good speed. Needed one more caution, kind of re-rack it, and try to maybe race for the lead with Sean. Had a good battle there at the end with San Filippo, but used up my stuff quite a bit. And the dirty air was terrible, especially if someone was on your run the bottom line in front of you. You would push so bad. So yeah, I was trying to get that second place away from him, but it was just too late in the run and not enough tire there to build up a run and make the pass. But yeah, no, it was a good race overall. It was fun, and yeah, congrats to Sean for winning the race. And good season by him.
Absolutely, definitely good season by him, and a hell of a season out of you, Alex. Man, I'm not going to keep you much longer here, as I want you to go celebrate with your family. And before we let you go, is there anybody that you'd like to give a big old shout out to as we end out season 11?
Yeah, definitely thank you and the Race Elite Network group for putting on the broadcasts, and Dave Leak yourself, Races Elite. For week off coming next week, and hopefully I can make up some ground tomorrow in the late models. I think I'm like 5 points behind Cody right now, so maybe I can try to get another championship there. Maybe I have to win that one though and have Cody have a bad day, but we'll see. Then
$10 to take Cody out for you tomorrow. Wait, what?
not bad. That we can talk. But yeah, thank friends and the viewers that watch all the time, my parents and my wife, and Chicken Coop guys, of course, too.
Absolutely. Well, buddy, congratulations on your championship win here in the trucks. And good luck tomorrow while you look for that championship in the late models as well. So good luck there. Congratulations on your championship here in season 11 Fixed Truck Series. And we'll see you next week or in 2 weeks, I guess, for season 12.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your season 11 Truck Series champion, Alex Teft, driver of that number 43 Toyota Tundra pickup. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, what a very well-deserved victory it was, or championship, I should say, for Alex Teft. Well, that is going to do it for us right here for season 11 of the Tuesday Night Truck Series, presented by, let's name off a few of our sponsors here: Collateral Damage Sports Network, RacerElite.com. Head over there to for all of your updated news and information about Racer Elite. If you'd like to join up this league, head over to RacerElite.com, join our Discord, and get a hold of Andrew Teft. He'll get you all situated for our races. Head over to our shop on our website to help support us here in Racer Elite Network and continue these amazing broadcasts that you see almost every single night right here on the Racer Elite Network. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank every single one of you for joining me week in and week out for the Racers Elite Tuesday Night Truck Series. We want to also send out a big thank you to Speed Zone Race Control, Chantel Bottle. Thank you so much for everything you do. She does a phenomenal job every single race here for Racers Elite. And a big shout out to Whiplash Sim Cams for giving us all the beautiful views that you get to see here on the Racer Elite Network. And that's going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen, for season 11. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this season with me, and can't wait to get it all started again in 2 weeks when we begin season 12 on it's going to be September 1st, and we'll be heading to Texas for some night racing there. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, go and make it fun. Until next time, have yourself an amazing, beautiful time zone. See you all for season 12.